안녕하세요 여러분. 오늘은 한국어를 혼자서 공부하는 방법에 대해 이야기할 거예요. 자, 시작해 볼까요? So you want to learn Korean to watch your favorite K-drama without subtitles or to find your oppa or 여자친구. It requires a lot of patience to learn a new language, especially if it's so different from our native language. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly step by step how I study Korean on my own. Step 1 is building a solid foundation, and that includes mastering the Korean alphabet Hangul. Hangul consists of 24 basic letters which you can basically master within a few days. The Korean alphabet was actually designed by the king to be easy to learn for ordinary people just like you and me. I personally used the YouTube channel Korean Ani to fully master the Korean alphabet within a few days. She has this really short song that makes it easy to remember the pronunciation of each letter. That's basically how the kids in Korea learn the alphabet as well. If you learn more effectively through writing, I would highly recommend you to write out each character, each letter, step by step. Once you mastered Hangul, the Korean alphabet, you can basically read and pronounce every single Korean word, so this is extremely powerful. But then a lot of people, after mastering Hangul, dive right into really complicated grammar, which can be really overwhelming and frustrating. I found it way more useful, especially as a beginner, and also to keep the motivation and momentum going, to actually focus on basic expressions that you can use right away. For example, 안녕하세요, 화장실 어디에 있어요? 잘 지냈어요? 밥 먹었어요? Stuff like that, right? Once you mastered Hangul, step 2 is going to practice Korean consistently, especially with native speakers. Now, obviously the best thing would be to just move to South Korea and talk to native speaker in South Korea, right? But for most of us, this is not really realistic. But luckily nowadays, we have websites that can connect us to native speakers like italki, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. And if you guys followed my channel for a long time, you already know that I always recommended italki even before they sponsored me, just because I absolutely love their services. italki is a website offering personalized one-on-one language lessons with native speakers in over 150 languages. So chances are, whatever language you're trying to learn, you will find that on italki. It doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner or already intermediate or advanced, the teachers on italki will actually take you by hand and guide you and only teach you the most important and essential phrases and words. You can find tutors by filtering based on your skill level, your budget, or your personal goals. For example, if you're studying for the Korean language test topic, you can find specialized teachers in that regard. Another cool thing I love about italki is that you're really flexible in scheduling your lessons, right? We're all busy, we all have different schedules, and that way you can really pick time slots that are perfect for your personal preferences. We're currently inside italki, and let me actually guide you guys through step by step how can you find your first tutor for the preferred language you're trying to learn. Now, we're obviously going for Korean, but as I mentioned, there are over 150 languages inside of italki, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. And already here you can see the different filters that you can activate, right? So lesson category, what kind of language essential or skills are you trying to focus on? What are your weaknesses? You can like literally choose that in here: pronunciation, grammar, spelling, so forth. Are you focusing on conversation? Are you focusing on business related stuff? Or as you can see down here, test preparations. KLPT, or topic, which is basically the TOEFL or IELTS in English. This is for test preparation, and then even like age-related filters as well. And you can check the price from $4 to $75, so that's literally a good range, even if you have low budget, even if you have a little bit more budget, right? Then lesson time, what times are you available most of the time, so really flexible as well, what kind of languages they should speak, where the teacher is from, and so forth. And there's a huge list of Korean tutors, all of them really professional. And normally on italki you can book like a test hour first, a test lesson first, and check it out for yourself. If you like it, you can book them again. If you don't like it, just go to another tutor again. And I personally booked my teacher for I think like 7 times already, and her name is Lydia. I absolutely love her lessons because she uses the chat function, she gives me homework, and really is kind when it comes to helping me out with my Korean struggles, right? Let me actually show you guys a clip of our lesson.
Can you read the sentence? We went to Korea together twice.
우리 같이 한국에 2번 갔어요.
Do you go there? 학교에 가요?
지금?
아니면 온라인 수업?
아니요. 가요.
그러면 일주일에 학교에 몇 번 가요?
So as you can see, I really recommend you to use italki. My Korean teacher is really professional. She taught me literally all the useful words that I need. She used the chat. She gave me like PDF homework as well. So all of these things included in a lesson on italki. Click through the link in the description box below to start your language learning journey. Buy $10 and get an additional $5 for your first lesson by using my exclusive promo code DAVIDPHAM. The discounts are only available for the first 50 users, so definitely check it out. Step 3 is about thinking solely in Korean. We want to get away from thinking in our native language and then later on translating to Korean in our brain. I realized the same for English, right? Now, when I speak in English, I don't translate German to English inside my brain, but I immediately think in English. And that way you become way more fluent. But how do we get our brains to think solely in Korean? We'll have to immerse ourselves as much as possible with the Korean language, similarly to if we would actually move to Korea. That way we signal our brain how important it is for our survival and for our daily knowledge to practice Korean. I found for myself that the best time for me to immerse myself in Korean is when I commute. Did you know that the average European spends on average 45 minutes on commute? Instead of wasting your time like 99% of other people just sleeping or listening to music, you could use this dead space to incorporate a language lesson. I like to listen to podcasts like Talk to Me in Korean or the Choi Susu podcast. Additionally, I also practice my Korean flashcards on Anki on my phone or read a book solely in Korean. Another good time, for example, is when you cook or when you work out in the gym. By incorporating language lessons in those type of daily routines, we can connect two things at the same time and practice Korean on the way passively. Ultimately, let's talk a little bit about motivation. Learning a new language takes time, but you gotta be patient. Learning language is like a marathon, it's not a sprint. With consistent effort, you will start seeing results. Whenever you lack motivation, just imagine how cool it would be to watch your favorite K-drama show without subtitles, to talk to your favorite Korean idol. Who knows who you might meet in Korea, right? If you found this video helpful, you might want to check out my other video, How Do You Study Korean the Lazy Way? 감사합니다. 또 봐요.